Can you pass me that one of the feet? This may be an epic disaster.
I would need to do it on those small needles that'll fall off. It's not going to go through.
It will. That's fine. Bear in mind.
You just... That's not going to work.
I just need to get it to the end and slide it on.
It's going to work.
It will. It will.
It won't.
It will.
You're not going to have.
No.
I told you it wouldn't work.
Hi and welcome to episode 48 of the Arya Bark Podcast. My name's Caroline.
And I am Andrew.
And we're coming to you today from our home in Fife in Scotland. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's great to have you here.
Yes.
Is that it? Just yes?
Just yes.
Just yes.
Just yes.
Just yes. I would like to say a massive thank you to all the get well wishes from last week. My sickness bug wasn't so much a sickness bug. Did end up in hospital on Monday. I'm still not very well. It's going to take a couple of weeks for my body to adjust.
Though if you could go back, too bad, you'd be safe. Doctors.
Safe. I would be safe.
Ish.
Right, let's show how safe I am at the hospital. I have a bruise. I have
multiple
a bruise.
bruises.
I have a lovely bruisey rash. I have a bruise, and Ryan very kindly told me I've got a massive, great big bruise on my backside.
Is it my fault you chose to get unwell after June or July, whenever the new batch of junior doctors come out? No, you chose to get sick at this point.
Can I just say, two of them was an actual doctor.
Exactly.
As in, fully qualified actual doctor.
And you think any of them remember how to get blood?
It could be worse, because at one point I'm lucky I've not got it up like there, because like they were all. I was
Also,
used as a concussion.
I am injured as well.
Are you injured, Andrew? Where's your injury?
That was because oil hurts. Oil splashes.
Did you put soda cream on it?
Yeah. That's still kind of burnt, but fight for the pain.
Darwin would like to share my glass of water.
And now he's trying to eat the plastic. Oh my!
Now he's trying to now he knows that the sheet of paper that I put on it, he can shove off with his nose.
To be fair, I think he was just trying to eat it.
No, he knows that if he pushes it, it'll slide right off.
He's such a weirdo.
You can find detailed show notes on the Arya Bark website, which is aryabark.co.uk. You can find me on Ravelry as either Arya Bark or my personal account, which is Sultra.
I am Flowerboy21.
You remember this week. We have our Ravelry group, which is the Arya Bark Podcast. Is that because it's actually written down? Did you seriously not remember what your Ravelry username is?
No, I actually forgot I say something in that. I do it every week.
We have our Ravelry group, which is the Arya Bark Podcast. We have a private group on the website for anyone who'd like to take part in make-alongs and chatter and other stuff but is unable to use Ravelry, and you can find that by going to the community tab, then groups. We'll ask you a few questions, make sure that you're a crafter, and then after that you just press login. We have an Instagram page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We have a Facebook page, which is Arya Bark Designs. And we have a Ko-fi page, which is Arya Bark Designs. Can you please, for the love of goodness, hashtag, every week you forget one, hashtag new things make along, hashtag ABD StashSmash, just saying.
Hashtag. That's not a hashtag, you're missing 2 lines. And that's a V. We currently have 2 make-alongs. The first of which is the hashtag New Things Make Along 2021. You must be a member of either the Ravelry or the private group on the website for your entry to count. Physical prizes will be drawn quarterly. The next draw is on the 2nd of January 2022. Physical prizes for the FO thread. The winner for that will be drawn by a random number generator. Mr. Bark and myself will entries of entry each month from the chatter thread, and the winner will receive a pattern of their choice up to the value of £10. I forgot how to use words. Whips are allowed and multiple dipping is encouraged. You can enter as many projects as you like if you can show how it's new to use. Use could be multiple. Examples include, but are not limited to, new yarn brands or colourway, stitch pattern or designer, new technique or construction. The next make along is the hashtag ABD StashSmash 2021. You must be a member of either the Ravelry group or the private group on the website for your entry to count. Again, physical prizes will be drawn quarterly. The next draw for that is the 2nd of January 2022. Physical prizes for the FO thread. The winner for that again is drawn by random number generator. Then again, Mr. Bark and myself will choose an entry each month from the chatter thread, and their winner will receive a pattern of their choice up to the value of £10. Whips are allowed. We like whips. And multiple dipping is encouraged. Sweet chili's a good dip. It can be measured in metres. No, if it can be measured in metres, that's not a statement. It can be entered. So knitting, crochet, chinizing, crochet, weaving, spinning, and cross stitch if you can measure it in metres. Goals are at your own discretion. You can increase and decrease whenever you like, and each person entering will have one FO thread post that all projects will be logged in.
Make sure when you're putting your entries into the FO thread that you also stick them into the charter thread to double your chances of winning a prize. And so I can go, oh my god, that's amazing. Only FO pictures should be posted in FO threads. Chatter should be kept to the chatter threads. This week we have Correction Corner coming in. It's all me. I've no podcasted in 2 weeks.
That's not an excuse.
Just say 2 weeks. StashSmash and Whips in this week's episode. There's just a lot in. I've had a very productive couple of weeks, despite the fact that this week, the first couple of days, I've not really done anything. Never knitted at all Sunday night. Didn't knit at all on Monday. Timestamps for each section can be found in the description box below. Now, I had said in episode 48, no, is this 48? This is 48, episode 47, that I would give details of the prizes. So, the monthly prizes will be announced on the 2nd of January. They'll go out whenever the folk contact me. The grand prize for the full year, that is going to be drawn on the 29th of January. That way it allows everybody to get their stuff in, and more so for the StashSmash, to make sure that all the projects that are entitled to be in have been added in. Is there anything else for Correction Corner? I don't think so.
Kind of. There will never ever be a solo podcast, because a lot of you, or some of you, said you could do it yourself. It'd be terrible, it'd be incoherent, and a lot of rambles.
And no content.
Yes, it wouldn't be a knitting podcast, but more of let's go on a tangent.
Yes.
And it would be badly edited, because I forget how to edit. And I don't know how to upload it to YouTube, so I wouldn't be able to do it anyway.
I may have purchased, well,
It's not so much.
had this gone out last week, it would not have been so bad. But one of what I'm going to show you isn't actually mine. It's Mr. Bark's. However, when I was doing the show notes, I realised that what we bought it for is not going to work, so I might need to talk him into having another hat. But first purchases is, love it, my inner corner. This is Zebra. It is an 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon. You get 360 metres in 100 grams. Look how nice that is. Now, I may have slightly cheated.
How?
Because this didn't actually go in the shop.
Did you buy?
I abused my privileges. I'd seen it. I think it was on Danny's Instagram, and I was like, I need that in my life. I need that in my life. This is mine. Nobody else is allowed to have it except me. And I may or may not have messaged Alex and was like, please don't put that in the shop. I want it. You better watch the way you're moving your face, because that glitter is becoming glaringly obvious.
I don't know if it's glitter or...
No, it's definitely glitter. Your face is glowing.
Or it's just I'm naturally shiny.
You're naturally shiny.
Yes. Which if I was in like movies or TV, I'd need a lot of makeup.
So she very kindly laid this aside for me. And then... How did I find out she was doing mini skeins?
By stalking her, probably.
No, because it was. I can't genuinely say that I seen it on Instagram. I think something was mentioned about she was thinking about doing mini skeins, and I was like, and if you've got any of them going in the shop, I'll have them too.
I don't. By saying stalking, I didn't just mean digitally. Insert correct pronunciation of the word I'm trying to say.
Look at
they are pretty.
Them, they are stunning.
I also might steal the other one you showed, because there's not a lot of colour and it looks really nice. It's like kind of just. This is going to sound bad.
What, that?
No, this one. I don't.
You can kiss my backside. My big bruised backside.
This is where I might offend, because I don't know how. I don't want to be like, oh, there's no colour. I'm not meaning it as like an offensive way, but
you're meaning it's muted.
Yeah, I was going to say bland, but that's not the correct word. It's just nice. It's
no in your face colour.
Yeah,
it's
I
subtle.
like that. That's
subtle.
That's my colour scheme. It's nice and it's pretty.
Do you actually follow Danny and Alex on Instagram?
I will say I mostly see it if you comment something, because I've not actually properly set up my Instagram.
You can add an extra 20% on any yarn that Andrew buys, just for his sheer cheek.
And I would play it.
I would definitely.
I know, it is nice.
For hand-dyed yarn, I can honestly say it's not the most expensive that I've paid. But it is the better quality. I absolutely love Alex and Danny's dyeing. And their stuff. This is, honestly, rub that on. Don't rub it on the glitter side.
Don't rub it that side something's going on.
Rub it on your forehead because you've got glitter on your forehead.
You'll be surprised. Oh, that's soft. Is there anything there? Because like down there, like...
You're dry a bit.
Don't...
You maybe need to get rid of your beard.
Nah, I can't.
And let your skin breather put moisturiser.
No, I need to moisturise. I can't. My beard is my personality.
I tried for some of that stuff that...
I should actually use like a post shave. Ideally, I just need to moisturise. This has now became an Andrew's care routine.
And smell it. It smells like fresh air. Doesn't it?
Smells nice.
It totally smells like it's been obviously washed in something, and then it's been hung outside.
Have we not
it's
had this conversation with the Will before, trying to figure out what it's?
And I was meant to ask Alex.
Yeah,
right.
I think
2 seconds.
so.
I have written it down in red pen to ask. So that was my first purchase, and I was very happy with my purchase. Because I said to her, I had said to Mr. Bark I wasn't going to buy any more yarn.
And nobody believes that.
I have no guilt. No guilt has arisen from the purchase of this yarn. I am supporting a friend's small business.
And you'll get rented.
I feel no guilt. They're definitely going to get used. Possibly sooner than that. Because they'll go in my blankets. They'll be the socks after I finish the 5 million pairs of Christmas socks I need to knit. My Christmas knitting is not going well. Then, so I got out of the hospital on Wednesday. No, it wasn't, it was Tuesday. On Tuesday, lying in my hospital bed, feeling very, very sorry for myself. Slightly 3 sheets to the wind on medication. Very strong medication. And the lovely Fiona from the Woolly Brew emailed me. No, personally. Newsletter emailed me. And I was like, oh. So it's on my iPad, snapped a picture on my phone, sent it to Mr. Bark with the message along the lines of like, because you can't buy me flowers, you can buy me wool.
Why can you not buy flowers?
You're not allowed flowers in hospitals anyway.
Why?
And had I known that grapes were really good for you, I would have got them to like bring me a surplus supply of grapes.
Oh, there's not a surplus supply. That is.
No, I mean surplus to me supply of grapes. FYI, a punt of grapes lasted 25 seconds.
Exactly. There is no such thing as a surplus amount of grapes.
So,
I could probably eat a vineyard in a day.
It was a picture of this. And it's backfired ever so slightly because of how much it was. And obviously Ryan, I thought it was being all artsy, getting the description in with the picture, and so I thought he'd read it. He just looked at it and was like, alright. And he took it that I was said to him, £42 for a bag.
Did you think you'd read the description?
I genuinely did think he would read the description, obviously. Look, can I just say, had I not been a couple of sandwiches short of a picnic, I possibly would have rephrased it to, you're going to just buy me it. But to clarify,
heard you on the phone. You were not a couple of sandwiches. You were.
I was the entire picnic short of the button. Right. Point number 1. I was sleep deprived.
Yes.
Right, because I never slept Sunday into Monday.
You were
when I get into the hospital on Monday, the woman in the next bed, all she done all night was shout. I'm surprised I'm not up on murder charges, because I did say to the nurse, if she doesn't shut up, I'm going to smother her. Nurse! Nurse! Shut your face.
And starved at every possible
Just fell
turn.
asleep, and they woke me up to have my blood pressure taken.
Can they just put a hang on your finger?
Oh, it's better than what they done the last time I was in, where they put the cuff on permanently and just left it inflating.
I've had that.
That was not fun.
I mind having that done when I was younger, mostly the time where they couldn't actually read it and you're sitting there going, yeah, that's not worked.
No, the better one was when the wee nurse on Tuesday came through to take my blood pressure, and she hooked it up and she was like, oh, I'll be back in a minute. Alright. And she went and go, the nurse that was actually in charge of the ward, and all I heard was they were walking through. Would that no mean she's dead?
I've had that before. And let me guess, it was the wrong one?
No, for whatever reason the blood pressure on this serum doesn't register properly. It's like half. I get half the blood pressure in this serum than what I do in that serum.
So you got one game.
So after that, whenever they came to take my blood pressure, it was like, you better do that one or
yeah, I'm going to be clinically dead on this one.
Go give you do that. So it comes with lots and lots of mini skeins. I'm not going to show you them all because like there's 20 of them and nobody's got time for it. But I'll stick a picture in. But they're wee Opal mini skeins. They're 10 gram minis, which is 42 metres. And there's all different colours. And Fiona will never know how happy it made me seeing it, because I got very excited. And then Mr. Bark, when I did say to Mr. Bark, he was like, oh, I thought you meant that like they were charging £42 for a bag. And I was like, no, it's £42 for like 20 mini skeins and a Willy Brew bag. I do love the Willy Brew. It was very, very good. We did on Friday. Was it Friday we went up?
I don't know again. Don't know what day it is. Don't know what week.
Yes, it was Friday, because obviously we dropped you off at your work and then me and Ryan went up. So I got my Willy Brew bag and my mini skeins for my advents. So, and did I say what the mini skeins were?
You said they were
right.
Opal.
Sorry.
No.
These are earth tones. It's 5 20 gram minis. They're 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. There's 400 grams here, and they're stunning. The opal is 200 grams and 840 metres. And they're all 75% superwash wool and 25% polyamide. Awesome. You also, with this, I think she's still got these on. I'll leave links to both Alex's shop and the Willy Brew. I know she did have some of these left. I'll leave a bit up there if they're still there. I'm not entirely sure. You get the 10 gram mini skeins, the project bag, and you also get a leaflet for what you can do with them. And there's also a really good bit on the back of, I think it's the back of the second page, where it tells you how many each of the projects used. So that is that one. So, as you may or may not be aware, I used that, not this specific colour, Arya here, the Fibre Spats Vivacious 4-ply in my Stephen West show. Unfortunately, that was bought for socks for Mr. Bark. I've done that about half a dozen times. Use stuff for him.
Oh, not just for him.
What?
That's probably stuff you've used for me.
Stuff that you've asked for and I've used for myself. No. Because you get whatever I give you. End of. So, Mr. Bark picked this one, which he thought was the exact same. It's actually the shade up from the one I had before. So this is Fibre Spats Vivacious 4-ply. It is unfortunately it's 100% superwash merino, so I might need to use something else for the toes and heels. But it is shade 609, which is Peacock. You get 365 metres and 100 grams, and it is stunning. It's really nice. Oh, it smells like a roller brew.
Why are you putting out tomatoes? I've not been to the place.
I'm just telling you that's what the roller brew smells like. Gorgeous. And I can sniff it all I like because I paid for it. Fiona allows you to squish yours, she just doesn't like you smelling it. Unless you pay for it and then you can smell it as much as you like. I also, while I was up at the Woolly Brew, purchased a 5mm needle. Then got home and realised it wasn't a 5mm needle that I needed. So... anything else? I think that's it. That's all I've purchased. I have not... Well, that's technically not true. I do have other yarn coming. I will show you eventually. But... Don't look at me with your judgy face!
That wasn't a look. That was an audible. To be
I
fair.
nearly died. And despite what the hospital kept accusing me, it wasn't my fault. I should have demanded an apology. So that is my purchases. That cat is trying to get into my glass again. We may take a break for me to kill the cat. As you all know by now, my goal is to craft 26,000 metres. Whether I'm going to do it or not, I severely doubt it. Previous outgoing is 18,420.78 metres. As I said, I've no finished anything in the last couple of weeks. My previous incoming was 38,640 metres. My little buying spree has resulted in 1,965 metres being brought in, which brings my total for this year to 40,605 metres. Well, that's just ace. To target, I have still got 7,579.22 metres to craft. I need to get my fingers out because I have about 10 weeks to the end of 10 weeks? No, that's not right. 6 weeks to the end of the year. That's about... You can that's like 1,000 metres a week. I'm not going to run through what I've crafted. I have reached the goal for the Ravelry Project Challenge, which was to craft 28 projects in 2021. I have crafted 28 projects, so I'm quite happy.
Your to date used is like about 1 trillion times more than what I've done, so...
It's only 17 times more than what you've done. I can't even remember what yours is.
Exactly. I've not finished anything, so we've not put it up. Well, technically that's not true, because technically I did finish something.
Yes, you just didn't finish the pattern. You finished a section and went, I'm out.
Nope. That wasn't a finish, that was a bail.
that was abandoning shit. So my first whip is the Islay by Albina McLaughlin. As you can tell, started on the hood. Now I did try it on and it does fit, so I'm very happy. Where was I last time? Can't find the stitch marker. Just put the stitch marker. This was where I was the last time. I have done the rest of the body. I have done the rib. Now I had a choice at this point. In the pattern you're supposed to do the sleeves. I decided I don't need sleeves. My kidney!
I'm sorry, but my leg, like, trying to pull my leg out, put it to sleep, and then my brain forgot how to move my leg. I trapped my leg.
So I decided that I don't really need sleeves on it now. I really do need a hood though.
Is it going to be sleeveless?
No, I've got enough wool to do sleeves.
I'm not saying if you had enough now, I'm just saying how you want it. You just got to be walking about with like jangling because you still got the needles in going, I'll get rid of it.
I've not got needles in. I've got cables in.
You just need to keep an eye on the clacking of the stoppers.
Now, I do have an apology to make to Mandy from Mousie's Makes, because I had finished this on the Friday Zoom. And I'd moved off screen to try it on, showed Mr. Bark, came back and got very excited that it fitted. And totally interrupted her. Was very, very rude. So Mandy, I am very, very sorry for interrupting you.
Should have muted her. Could have. You, not Mandy, because that sounded wrong. I'm not going to mute you, Mandy. I mean mute my mother. I will show the people on the podcast what you were doing there.
So I've started my hood. This was where I started, so I've done a wee bit. I need to get my finger out my backside and work on this more, because we'll need to check. I think that's due the beginning of December.
Please don't move that about because you're blowing cold air at me.
Ranny wool. That might have been why I stopped, because I had to go hunting in the cupboard for my wool. I am using maybe
just tear the thingy.
I'm not tearing it. I am using Stylecraft Highland Heathers in shade 3751, which is Lock. It is 100% acrylic, 100% premium acrylic. You get 272 metres in 100 grams, and it's a DK. Now, I think the last time I had the sudden realisation I was using DK and it was supposed to be Arm. I did check. I'm getting gauge, so that's fine. Albina doesn't mind if you don't use the right wool, just as long as you match gauge, and I am. It's not overly baggy, which is, obviously I wanted a baggy jumper. It's not overly baggy, but I don't mind that it's not overly baggy. I will be doing the tapered sleeves. I have not made it 2 inches longer because I thought I was going to possibly make it 2 inches longer, and I've started the hood. I am making size 5, which is 134 centimetres or 53.5 centimetres. No, 53.5 inches. It's still to be blocked. It's... Did I say how much I loved it? Because honestly... That's a bit baggy.
It's about to get shoved on me.
Oh, so good.
It's very cold here.
You could try it on if you want.
The cool part of me hasn't done yet. I need something to cover my arms.
Where did I got to? I'm using a 5mm, a 4mm and a 3mm needle.
You just have to use all the needles.
Yep. No, I've been tells you to use a 5, a 4 and a 3. I'm just going to keep working on it. For next week, I would like to get done a sleeve. Just the one sleeve.
Can you make it your left one?
My left one.
Yes, just in case you know it's still cold. Or somebody's still out and feeling warm and has the window open. It's cold.
Excuse me, Arya needs the window open because she's a cold-blooded dog.
Well, that's fine. I don't have any jumpers.
Or a warm-blooded dog and she needs cold, whatever.
And I'm not allowed to wear my blanket, apparently.
I'm going to say one sleeve and 3 inches on my hood. That's my plan, and I'm going to stick to it. But first of all, I need to get the wool out the cupboard.
And that will take a expedition.
About 3 days.
And a survey team.
No, it's elevator. It's in the cupboard.
Rope
Right
rescue, probably.
I just can't get into the cupboard because the stuff is sitting. So that was my first project. I love it. It is not available at present. This is a pre-nut. However, I will let you know the minute it becomes available. Available.
Or the bubbles.
Availables.
The bubble.
Your turn.
My turn is a blast from the past, a bring back an old character, a resurrection of the dead. I don't have my Stephen West because I bailed. And I'm still to...
Andrew did finish the wage section. We'll stick a picture in his wage section. He did finish it. And then he read further in the pattern.
There's so many I chords in that bit.
And he's like, nope!
And also, I don't know how to do it, and I got confused, and I was like, I'm done being confused. This part makes me confused. I don't like being confused. So I bailed. So...
What about a cowl?
Yeah, I could do a cowl.
What about that? A tube cowl?
Could do, but...
Using your advent?
I could do, but the same reason I bailed on my Stephen West is there's way too many colours, and I find it hideous.
You're scrap soaps, but you don't like soaps. Or wrist warmers. Well, you could do arm warmers.
To be fair, could you do a full body warmer just...
I'll send you that picture that Danielle had asked if I could knit it. It was like the big massive knitted dress. Right, you might want to start again, sorry I interrupted you.
So my only whip is only thing I could work on is my Star Stitch Cushion 2. Why did I start you? I I did find my socks. Was hunting around for my socks. Turned out they were on one of the baskets we used to hold our microphones, because I forgot to bring them through after photos. Insert decade that I left it here. And
after accusing me, can I just point out, Mandy is my witness, that you accused me of hiding your sock.
because you did at one time being like, where's your socks? If you worked on your socks. And I was like, no. And you're like,
I did not hide your sock. Your sock was sitting in plain view for a week.
No.
Not to you maybe, but to everybody else in the house. We all seen your socks sitting.
Then I was like, I'll work on my socks. I was like, I need the pattern for the heel. My mum then went, it's on my hard drive. It's like, well, that's
and I was on my
good,
laptop.
Aye, it's no good, is it? Here and now, mother, I want it like that.
Did I not send you that pattern?
I think you did, but I don't know what you sent me
You
on.
need to check. I'm sure that's on Knit Companion, Andrew.
I don't think it is. I don't know.
It is.
So I picked up this, but the problem with picking up this, as I will show you, is at certain points as you go up, the pattern wavers, because you can tell generally about here-ish, and here is where I forget where I am, and the repeats, and I put it down. And normally, most folk, like most, rational thinking people, would jot down somewhere. I'm like, now I'll remember it. Then leave it a week, 3 months, and then
It's longer than that, dude.
Then go back to it, and
The last time that appeared on the episode, right, was episode 27. You're talking before the summer.
There's also big holes in it. I don't know if it's something I've done or if it's the pattern.
Could be your gauges loosening up.
Because I need to, because at certain points you can't do the star because it's really tight. Or you're knitting it at like the tip here, the tip of the needle, and it just keeps slipping off.
Aye, but you need to, once you knit it on the tip, push it right along and you get a bit of a tug.
So this is... It's not this. I'm holding up the wrong thing. This is... The yarn I am using, shall I say, is So Crafty, Aldi, Lidl, I don't know which one. Some place will... It is their baby yarn, which is a chunky in the colour Dove. Don't have a ball band, don't have any of the ball bands, don't know what happened to them. I might have bent them.
If it's still there next week, I'll make sure there's a ball band because I'll have one.
To be fair, I can't, because that'd go against like everything else when I don't show ball bands.
Andrew constantly loses his ball bands.
Keep
them in your project bag.
I'm pretty sure.
Can I just point out, I was actually looking.
I told you I had your 8 mils. They were on this.
I was looking for that needle.
I told you I had them. To be fair, I actually thought we took them off, kept the cable, and that, and then it wasn't till I pulled them out. I was like, oh no, I've still got your needles as well. Your cable and your needles.
What size cable is it? Because I was looking for a cable as well. Oh no, it's a big cable and you're fine.
It is 100% polyester. You get 95 metres and 100 grams. The pattern is not on Ravelry, it's on the back of the ball band to make a cushion.
Right, can I ask a question? Surely you must have the ball band somewhere in your bedroom in order to be able to remember how to do the stitch pattern.
No, I've got it memorised.
Alright.
It is literally 4 lines. And the only thing that changed...
But can I ask a question?
What?
You are my son and I know how your memory is. See those four lines? Are they in the right order?
Yes. Not in this, because I forget where I am. And I'm like, I left it here, but is it The one with the one stitch or the one with the two stitch? Because literally you start one then star or two then star, and that shifts the pattern. I am using 8mm higher sharps, and these keep slipping out.
32.
A 32-inch cable. Don't really recommend the pattern because in the pattern it's a cushion. So you generally think you'd want to be able to wash the cushion. But in it, you sew up one end, shove a pillow in it, sew up the other. You then can't wash it.
I would put a zip on it.
That's what we're going to do, but then, you know.
Because I've got zips in the bedroom that you can use.
We were going to do that with the other one, but then obviously I had to get a pillowcase for it, a pillow thing for it.
Are you setting a goal for next week?
Heel of socks. I do want to get those socks finished.
You set a goal for your cushion next week. The heel of the socks.
The heel of the socks.
One heel or two heels?
Oh, I'm going to be realistic. One heel, even then it might be a half.
Half a heel. Right, so we're going to go half.
It'll be the
or
outline.
One heel.
I do want to get the socks because I do.
On sock. Socks are easy. Your next sock pattern, would totally recommend Albino's sock pattern.
See, I would, but the next socks I want to make are the polo ones because, you know, I'm sadistic.
Oh.
Never done colour work before. Let's fling it in a sock. I have no more projects. I don't have one.
I have lots of projects. I have
also though,
projects.
did find my stitch marker.
It's a bit fell off it.
Yeah, and I used to hang it. I think I might just.
I've got bits that I can put on that if you're wanting.
I'm thinking about just turning it into a necklace because it is quite weighty for a stitch marker, but it is still really pretty. Or a keychain because my bag could use a keychain.
I forgot to check where I was last week. What a muppet.
It's pretty. Oh no, because look, it is. It's a big hybrid.
I've got a bit that can hang you on that if you want. My next project is the integrated basic socks with integrated heel by Albina McLaughlin. Here they are. There's my integrated heel. Can I just say? I've got a heel. The goal I'd set last time was to get one of the heels done.
I think so.
I think it was to get up to the heel and get the heel done. I did get one heel done. And I've started working up the leg. I am at the stage now where I'm starting to panic. There is 5 weeks left to Christmas. The deal was Andrew agreed to do Vlogmas. I was going to knit him 5 pairs of socks. I may have to start issuing IOUs.
Technically, I know this is going to be like counterproductive for me, but you just said you knit me socks. There was no date.
No, I did. I said for every 5 days of Vlogmas you done, I would knit you a pair of socks, which meant that you would have 5 pairs of socks at the end of Vlogmas. The problem being, my knitting mojo and my sock mojo disappeared.
Well, technically, if you want to do that, you could just change it to you could knit me my my ball socks now.
It's up to you.
No, you could do that. I could buy you the wool for it.
You buy me the wool?
Because you could do one of them, then I could do the other. Actually, wait, how many?
I would need to do it that way. I would need to do it that way.
No, not separate socks. I'm not asking you knit one sock and I'll knit the other. I mean one colour, because I'm wanting 2 different colours.
Well,
I don't know if the colours are interchangeable, but
when do I know?
Here they are. They're socks. They're on my feet. I
They're
don't
on
look
his
at my
feet. Need
feet.
to go see it, and if he that bothered to put it matching, he can rip it out and do it himself. I am needing to know, you want that the same length as your foot?
I'm gonna say what my mind said then, I'd hope so, because I don't want, like, you know, like, because the same length of my, you mean, do I want it up my leg?
No, I mean, are you wanting the leg the same length as the foot?
No.
Duh.
Knit till you're done, I don't care.
Clearly the sock is going to have to be the same length of your actual foot.
Yeah.
And it's not going to fit.
Mine, I'm
Can I
going...
say your feet are massive?
Yes. Well, that's because you've done them on a 10. I'm a 9.5, thank you very much.
Well, tough luck.
They can be bed socks.
Do you realise I'm knitting round in a circle and I think the stitch markers fell off?
It doesn't matter. Just...
Does it fall for the take off? I think I might have to go.
Here's the thing. It's my socks. It could be like me and doesn't really care.
I think the plan's going to be that I'm going to knit on it until I get bored. Once I get up the leg, I'll see how many inches Albina suggests for the leg, and I'll maybe just do that length. For this, I would like the goal for next week, and we're not even at that part. Shut your face. Stop knitting. Start concentrating.
To be fair, it doesn't matter, because they're going to be like Mark, walking about the house socks and bed socks, because that way they're a bit bigger.
You use these bed socks, I will kill you.
No, it's that way, like, if my feet were cold.
See your paw socks? You can use them as slippers. See these socks?
My...
Because I am using Signature 4-ply, West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply in shade 849, which is the original Fairy Lights. Right then, seal.
I'm trying to actually like fit it on like a red nose, but it's not working. It doesn't work.
It is a 75% wool, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams.
I am determined for it to work. My nose isn't big enough.
I'm using a 9-inch circular and a 24-inch cord to the heel. Once I've done that, I think what I'll do is I'll slip both socks. I'll get both of them up to the same bit, and then I'll start doing them two at a time. This is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. It's not a free pattern, as I said last time. That was the other correction. It wasn't a free pattern. It is definitely paid for. If you're unable to use Ravelry and you would like a pattern from Albina, you can direct message her on Instagram and she'll sort out payment and getting patterns to you. But I love this sock. I did, however, I do not recommend while on morphine knitting on a sock. Now I thought it was going to be easy knitting on a sock while on morphine because all my days going around in circles. However, I had this one and I was doing the increases, and I was saying to the ladies on Zoom, when I came to on Tuesday afternoon, I started feeling slightly more normal. I realised that one of my bits, now obviously you're going around circles, increasing it both ends. I had 48 stitches on this side and 24 stitches on this side. Don't know what I've done. Knitting while intoxicated on drugs is not a good idea.
Prescribed
drugs, no illicit drugs. It wasn't even prescribed.
Medically induced.
Medically provided drugs.
That apparently they were passing it like candy to you.
I must say, all the drugs that I got, the best one that I got was the anti-sickness injection.
Obviously,
I honestly could have kissed the nurse. I really could have kissed her. I was like, I really do love you. Would you like a pair of socks? Would you like a wonky pair of socks?
Wonky pair of socks.
Would you like a wonky pair of socks? Anything else? Yeah, 2.5, and they're currently on a 9-inch circular. They will be going on very shortly to Magic Lip. So, plan. Finish second tail. And I think get the second one to match. Get the second up to where the first sock is. So that is that. My final
Thank you.
project, and I bring that out as well, is this is Circle by Albina McLaughlin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a picture in.
Still confused on how that becomes a cardigan.
I went to get my iPad to show you.
We're filming it.
This was where I was a fortnight ago. I have done all of this. Literally every project. Obviously, I took, when Ryan brought stuff into me, I obviously said to him, bring my knitting. And I was like, just bring all my knitting. So he brought the Albina socks, the Albina pre-knit, the Isley, and this.
Oh, Albina. My mum stocks her.
Hi.
Just waiting on the restraining order.
Albina knows all over. So there's maybe a happy penguin. And this is where I was, and I've done quite a fair bit. Done about 5 inches. I was allowed to do about 3. I've done 5. I think I've got about 6 or 7 inches to go.
Just for the squeaker. Arya.
Arya, stop it.
No squeaking, please.
So I'm just going to carry on. Once I've got the collar part done, I'll then start on the sleeves. The sleeves are there. Yes.
This is me drastically trying to stop Arya's tail from wagging because she's causing a draft on my feet.
I was going to put it on a bigger cord. Actually, I did put it on a bigger cord and it did my head in. So I've left it on the weir cord and I'm getting on great guns. How many inches am I wanting on this? I think the plan will be to put another 3 inches on it. Should be able to manage another 3 inches by next week. Because let's face it, I'm not supposed to be going out the house.
What you can't see is Arya's literally just chucked her wee hedgehog toy and he went flying.
Oh, that hedgehog, we were discussing our hedgehog. Well, it's not a hedgehog, it's hog.
Hedge.
No, it's not.
No, I would be
the ball
hog.
part on the outside is the hog, the hedge part, the inside's the hog. She likes to fling hog. Hog is quite good for throwing without causing any major damage. So that is that. I am making absolutely no modifications whatsoever. I'm just going to follow the pattern as it's written. I am making size 4, which is 120 centimetres or 48 inches. I am using Stylecraft Special DK in shade 1708, which is petrol, and you get, it's 100% acrylic, it's 100% premium acrylic. You get 295, that's my kidney again. You get 295 metres in 100 grams, and I am using a 5mm, a 4mm and a 3mm higher sharp. Or no, that's definitely a higher sharp. It was the thingy that I'm going between higher and Knit Pro. Is that everything? That's paid for pattern on Ravelry. Again, as well while being a patterns, if you cannot use Ravelry, you can direct message her on Instagram, and she'll sort out payment and getting patterns to you. So that is what I've been working on the last couple of weeks. Plans for this week, I have the doctors on Wednesday to have my liver function checked to make sure that it's starting to repair itself.
And you've not got any cowboy builders on?
No, not got any cowboy builders on. I'll then have it tested again in 4 weeks, 5 weeks, no. Get it tested on Wednesday, and then 4 weeks after that I get it tested again if the levels are returning to normal. Bro. If not, I need to go back to the hospital. Great. Zoom is on a Monday at 8 PM GMT and a Friday at 11 AM GMT. If you would like to join that natter, direct message me on Instagram. We'll add you to the group and you'll get the room stuff. Nope, it's
IDs,
room ID and
password.
passcodes for Zoom.
Well, room ID and passcode, because we only have one. We used to have two, but then you realise you could run both at the same time.
I could use the room twice, so I don't have to keep making up new rooms. So that is everything. We hope you have a very crafty week, and we will see you back here again next week. That hurt. I just slapped my hand.
Why'd you have a serpent? But I was going to go, why'd you have a serpent, bitch? You're very
like,
broken.
seriously, feel it. That vein's no. Don't press it!
You're telling me to feel it.
I said feel it, don't press it.
Right,
like you can feel without like digging your finger in. See how raised that is? That vein.
You need to check that they've not clogged it.
That's very sore. And I just slapped it. Then you pressed it.
Well, you said feel, so normally like I thought it was something in your skin, so I went to
dig right on.
Normally most folk would go, oh, Danny hanging at it sore. You conveyed none of that information.
Seriously?
I thought it was just your wrist was sore because you're doing that. I thought, oh, she's got a sore wrist.
I said that vein hurts.
I never heard the vein.
We hope you have a very crafty week, and we will see you back here again next week. Bye.